Okay, welcome back to another video. It took a little while to get this one done because I wanted to do an epic, massive fish room tour. Most of the tanks, not all of them. It's going to be at least a two-parter. And I'll just be skipping a few tanks that are really dirty and I'm really got to work on them. But starting out, these are the well, they're actually red dragons. You can see pretty sharp looking, and I do get a few red ones out of the blue dragons, the dark blue dragons, but I actually like them too, so there's really not any complaints from me. See, this guy will turn to the side. You can see the pec fins are getting a little bit bigger on these, so that should work out really well. And I'll probably have some of these to sell pretty soon. This tank is not too much to look at. I can get her on there. That's the albino black Moscow. Now the ones that were black didn't make it. This is one of the fry she had, and it ends up just being a dark colored Moscow, not a black one. So what happened was the females that were black, they just couldn't have fry. They just would get fat, fill up, and no fry. So she had one drop. Hopefully there'll be another. These are the blue deltas that I think I did in the last video. See, it's 2 males, 3 females, and there are some. Well, there's 1 or 2 fry in here somewhere. There's one of them down there, I think. Sipping around, there he goes. So I'll get him out, but I'm not in a rush. He's got tons of plants up top to hide in, so he can fend for himself. This is the in progress cross of half black pastels to the Schubel full green, and there's a bunch of plants in the back. The male's hiding in a plant somewhere. Not sure where he is, but so far it's looking like they're either going to be light green or they're just going to be half black pastels. It's kind of hard to tell. I got 2 different drops, and there's the male, and we're just waiting for some color to come in. This one, I might be crazy, but I see like a little bit of a light green coming in, but that could just be my imagination, who knows. So anyway, so far so good with that. It's just going to be like a one tank colony bred situation until I get what I'm after. I just would like to continue this, the full greens. I really don't want to lose them, but that's the only one I have left. So what do doctors and plumbers have in common? They both bury their mistakes. That's not so good. These are the Allen Baez swords, and I am getting a couple different varieties. I got one that gets like a zebraness bars, which I think I got on here. There we go. Some of them. The females have like a very nice long fin type thing going on there. I don't know what that is. It's unusual. It's not quite a long fin swallow, but it's definitely different than normal. Really nice. So I'll probably sell a couple of trios of these coming up soon. So I do have a couple of assassin snails in there, but I have like the worst assassin snails in history because the regular snails are all still alive. That guy's not looking too scared of anything. Now, hopefully someday the assassin snails will pick it up, get something going there, and do their job. This is just a bunch of fry from the cross of the black Moscow female and the pink pingu male. So what I did is they got older, so I got rid of the adults, and I'm just going with this large batch of fry. And this is the other cross that I had the black Moscow male and the pink pingu female. So, still a work in progress. These are the fantastic looking trio of red tail, I don't know what they're called. But these are from Lisa, who I think was the lead singer for Cult Jam at one point, but I could be wrong. Females look great. The male looks really good. For some reason, he doesn't like my face. He's hiding in the back behind the plants. Females should drop some fry pretty soon. They're getting nice and chubby. The fish were only fed some flake food today. I didn't feed the live baby brine shrimp yet. That'll be coming up in a couple hours. So the reason for that was I got some new fish in, and I didn't want to stuff them too much and overfeed them. So we'll get back to normal tomorrow. And these are the new fish. I had 2 trios of fantastic looking 3/4 blacks from Gary Musso, who's fantastic IFGA breeder in Michigan. Him and his son Tim sell on Aquabid or probably direct under Quality Guppies 101, I think, or it's Quality Guppies something, but they have amazing 3/4 blacks. I think Gary won the class last year, possibly the year before, and I believe 3/4 blacks or black deltas are a new strain for him over the last couple years. His primary killing in the IFGA is with half black yellows, which he has without a doubt the best in the country, probably the best in the world. Really amazing half black yellows if you ever get to see them. And they also have really good purples and some other stuff I'm leaving out. I think red albinos. So these are the cross of, I'm going to have to look up my little funky piece of paper. It is, it was a Roebuck male and the black Moscow female. Can't even read my own writing. So you can see I'm getting some pretty similar variations to what I got with the pingu male to the Roebuck red female. Not quite as good a red color. I don't know if these are going to end up being double swords or just like a lousy coloration, won't fill in as much. Definitely cool. It's actually one of the original females. Now sadly, the first batch of the other cross I made, they were all males. And most of these are males too, so I will have some females out of it, so it'll be a work in progress. And this tank is coming down, as is this one. These are Schubel Reds, looking very good. These are a couple of drops of blue deltas, various 2 drops. I'll sort this out later, because you can see I have a couple of really young, or a bunch of really young ones, and some older ones. I'll split that up. And there are 3 tanks here I'm working on. They're all coming down. So I'll keep it moving here. This is a cross of the gigantic Roebuck red female to pingu males. You can see I have a drop of fry in there. Try and get the glare out of the way. And this isn't too much to see. This is a half black blue female that I got from Dave Palunas, and somewhere in there is a blue delta male. So this tank is just some Roebuck reds that I have to take this tank down, and I have a couple of males in there because I had no place to put them. This is the other trio of the very nice 3/4 blacks, black deltas I got yesterday actually from Gary Musso. Like I said, I very highly recommend his fish. Very nice guy, so is his son. And if you ever get to an IFGA show, if they start up again next year probably, they're nice to talk to. They're good guys. These are the half black pastels. Male's getting older, so his tail's getting a little choppy. It's kind of what happens as they get old, but really beautiful fish. And the female's pretty large too. Very happy with them. So they're doing good. They're due to drop some fry. Well, I think she just did. Some up top there. So we're gonna have to move them somewhere. Oh well. These are the Galaxy. I don't think he called them Nebula Steel, whatever. I think Galaxy Medusa. I got from my friend Tony Anderson. One of these females had some fry. Should get some fry out of the other ones pretty soon. There might be some in there. I'll look around. I did a bunch of water changes today. There's a fry right there, so we're starting to have them. Not sure if I can focus on him. There we go. Kind of, it's in there. There we go. You can actually see him. So one of these had some fry. These plants are thin leaf water sprite, as are these. That's like the thick leaf, regular water sprite. And I have both kinds. So these are the fry from the fish I just showed you, from these fish. And these are just a couple of weeks old. So the tank's not, the glass isn't dirty, it's kind of stained. I need to take it down. It's got hard water stain. So I'll get around to that one of these years. Not too much of a rush on that. So there we got. Next we have some pingus that I got from my friend Tony Anderson. These are a little bit different. They're much more of a lighter blue in the front than like a darker deep blue. But I got regular water sprite in there. I thought I had fry, but when I checked the next morning, there weren't any, so they may have chowed down on them, or I just lost my mind and there weren't really any fry. This is the other cross I'm working on from Snow White albino males in with the other albino black Moscow that I got. Now I think I'll get fry out of her because she does look like she's starting to fill up a little bit. So we'll see. It's a work in progress. Interestingly, I also have part of a dead bee down there. Not sure how that got in the tank. Very interesting. So we'll see. These are the platinum red mosaic big ears. It's a reverse trio in here. And this female is filling out nicely. I'm sure I'll get some fry out of her very soon. I'd really like to go back to selling these fish soon, because it's been a while since I sold any. And these are some Snow White albinos. It's actually the original female. So she's about 1.5 years old. And this one, and still filling out. Still dropping fry too, which is fantastic. These are the navy blue Moscows that showed up in one of my tanks. Not bad, you know, I like them. I just picked however many I put in here. I think it's 4 pair. And we'll see if their fry grow out to be the same thing. So if so, then I'll have navy blue Moscows. I do have a couple of trios I'll be able to sell. And once I get my rear end in gear and get some auctions back on Aquabid, that'll be one of the first ones to go on there. So these females are really filling out nicely. And the males are young, growing out, but they have really good color. So it's very cool. These, if I can get them on here, these are more pingus of mine, my original line. There's a bunch of fry in there, and this one's going to have some more fry very soon. So now on these, I have these very cool, I think they're polycarbonate lids that I got off of somebody off of eBay. See if I can lift this up. And they have 2 little holes in the back. So these are pretty cool. Really good. They fit perfectly in my tanks, which is good. These are some all red albinos from my friend Tony Anderson, and I just had some fry from one of the females, so I got to get them out. These are the snow white albinos. I have this tank just covered in thin leaf water sprite because I would really like to get some fry out of them. They're eating them before I can get them out. And this is another cross from the pingu male and the roebuck red female. Or I think, let me see, this one, I gotta check. It is, yeah, roebuck red female. I can't read my own writing, I gotta write better. So starting to get some color on some of them. And I definitely have males and females, which is good. I don't know why the other female has just males. It's very bizarre. These are some black Moscow females that I'm growing out, as are these. I do have some fry in here, and I'm going to pull them out pretty soon. So these are just a couple of those all red albinos I just showed you. They had fry, so I put them in here to recover. And if I can get down here, these are the Galaxy Guppies, Nebula Steel. Mine are a little bit smaller. They don't get the big size like the ones Tony sent me, but really good color on them. I get some occasional gold ones. Don't see any in front of me right now. Thought I had some gold ones. That might be a gold one. Yeah, they're in there somewhere. But these are pretty cool. These are the breeding colony of Corydoras that stopped breeding. And this somewhere, it's the broken down yellow submarine. And it's a pingu male right there. And I had them in with yellow delta females. And I got one fry before the yellow delta females kicked it. So if this ends up being a female, I'm back in business with this cross of the pingu male to the yellow deltas. So let me see if I can get myself up. And show some of the other tanks. These are blue deltas. The tanks aren't dirty. I did the water changes, and there's what Vitachem I put in there, which is what these particles are. They're zipping around. So these are blue deltas. I actually have them all sold. A couple of people emailed me. I have to email them back. The coloration is coming in, which is very good. Really nice deep blue. I really like these. These are some more half black pastels. I have some of these to sell. These are just young fry of half black pastels. And these are the pink pingus. One of them, the females just had some more fry, which is good. In there somewhere. And these are all young from that one. And the next batch he just had, which is in here somewhere. So these are more pingus growing out. Got a nice whole batch in here. And these are the glass belly pingus. See if we can see through the stomach here. There you can see right through. Isn't that wild? She's going to take a heck of a poop. And there's some fry in there from her or the other one. And see if I can get the male on there, because males are really beautiful. Great coloration on them. Can't see through them as much, but the females you can. And it's pretty cool when you can see the eyeballs developing when she's about to have fry or they're about to have fry. Pretty wild. These are some more pingus with the glass that I should have cleaned. And you can kind of get a look at them. And these are, it's a group of roebuck reds. I'm going to start selling some of these. And I'm also going to pick a few breeders out. So most likely that guy's going to be one of them. So I've only had to cull a few out of these. If they get a little bit of black streaking in the tail, I cull that. And once in a while I'll get a crappy dorsal that doesn't develop right. I mean, still beautiful fish, but haven't really had to cull out too much of these. These are the red mosaic snakeskins that I'm working on. Some of these aren't looking as super as they should. I have to start culling down. But I really like what I'm ending up with here. Beautiful high dorsals and real nice colorful females. That's actually a female. The big dorsal and the colorful tail. And this is another female that's gigantic. I mean, really nice. So and there's some fry up at the top. These fish go absolutely nuts anytime I go near the tank. They want food. So that female you can almost see. Oh, would have been nice if you could see her. Oh, that one's nice. Yeah, they just want to be fed. Can't really get them on here. Some more roebuck reds. These are just coloring up. They're about a month younger than the other ones I just showed you. This breeder group of roebuck reds. And once again, I got a regular water sprite in there. This tank's a little greenish. It's another colony of roebuck reds. A little bit younger. And I shouldn't say colony, it's just a batch. And same with these. So I also put a couple of tubs of guppies outside now that the weather's cooperated here. And I put some galaxy guppies in one and some roebuck reds in another. And a lot of plants. So we'll see how that goes. So let me get my thingamajig here and get back to what we're doing. So nice fish, these are doing well. And why does California have the most attorneys and New Jersey has the most toxic waste dumps? New Jersey got the first pick. Oh. It's a half black pastel male in with a couple of blue delta females. Another cross I'm working on. And these are the plants. Somewhere in there are some red grass. There's quite a few in there, doing good. I do get some lighter colored ones. So, very cool. I really like these. I gotta expand it out. These are some Japan blue double swords. And they're up at the top there. You can see them. It's a young one. So, yeah, so far so good. And it's kind of hard to focus on there. So, get over to here. These are the, I can get her to in the focus. It's actually still the original female of the Santa Claus guppies. Now I've dropped this down to 2 tanks because they really weren't breeding true. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably just going to sell them as just guppies or something. I'm waiting to see how these grow out. It's green water, but there's a couple in there. So, and the axolotls, who see how big he is? That's his tail sticking out, and that's his face. The other one is right there. I got to do a water change in here right away. And that's about it. That pretty much covers everything. These are some axolotl eggs, which are cool, and these are the fry from the roebuck red and pingu cross. All 9 are males, which doesn't do me a lot of good for trying to make some crosses, but I'll use something else. And last thing I'll leave you with is, what do you get if you cross an airplane with a magician? A flying sorcerer. Ah, that's actually not even good. So anyway, that's pretty much the fish room. That's what's going on. It's not really all, it kind of looks from here that it's all green water, but it's not. Or it isn't, I shouldn't say it's not. So that's pretty much the whole fish room. And these bottom tanks I got to do some work on. That green one's got an axolotl in there. It's buckets of water. I age water and treat it with prime. And when I do the axolotl water changes, I use that. So the other thing I didn't show is the electric blue Acaras. That's the really big male. Another male in there. And I got 2 females in there. I don't know which one bred before, so I didn't take them out yet. But really beautiful fish. So I'd like to get some eggs from them again so I can yank them, hatch them out on my own. So once again, I'll leave you with the 3/4 blacks and Lisa's wonderful looking red tail, gigantic Dumbo somethings. Someday I'll pay attention when I get told the name of them. So anyway, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments, or you can email me. If you want to buy the food, you can email me for that. And that's about it. There's Godzilla, Space Godzilla. So thanks for watching, and I will do a part 2 probably soon. Might not be right away. Might do a couple other videos in between. So I know this one's a longer video, so it might take you a few sittings to watch it. Thanks.